Welcome to the council session. Can we have phones on silent, please? And fire exits are over there, the two double doors. We assemble at the funeral parlour's wall. Thank you. Can we note apologies for absence, please?
Good evening, Mr Mayor. We have apologies from Councillor Buxton due to ill health, Councillor Leach, personal reasons, Councillor Hobbs, personal reasons. And then from the Borough Councillors, we have apologies from Councillor Josie Ratcliffe, Councillor Josh Osborne and Councillor Andy Bullen. And we also have apologies from the police, Sergeant Hopkins.
Lovely, thank you. Number 2, to receive declarations of interest and consider requests for dispensations. Councillor Damon. Lovely, thank you. Anybody else?
Yeah.
Councillor Jordan. Councillor Jordan?
Yes, 11 and 12. And obviously item 9 as a member of the Human Resources Committee.
Lovely, thank you.
You've got one more.
Councillor Pegg, sorry. Okay, thank you.
And me on 9 as well.
Lovely. I am going to read this out. Members to declare any interest, including disclosable pecuniary interests they may have in agenda items that accord with the requirements of the Town Council's Code of Conduct. A form has been sent out by the office. No dispensations have been received or requested by councillors. That has been noted. Thank you. Number 3, to approve the minutes of the full council meeting held on the 22nd of July 2025. Do I have a proposer? Yep. Thank you. Lovely. Councillor Sims, seconder. Councillor Damon, thank you.
Are you going to all in favour?
Hmm?
All in favour?
Yep, all in favour, please. Thank you. Thank you.
Councillor Dixon? Thank you.
Lovely. Number 4, public forum. 4-1, county councillor, and that's Councillor White.
Mr Mayor, Council, Public. I haven't got anything else to ask. I've answered all the ones you've sent through to me. Sorry, but I haven't emailed you the words, but I've just dropped them into you.
That's all right, thank you.
But other than that, has anybody else got anything?
Any questions?
If not, I'll let you get on with your evening.
Councillor Moyes.
So, I don't know what road you call it, but going from town out to the A1122, where the junction is, what's really bad, and I've been on about it for some time. Before you get there, there's a set of traffic lights near Wingfields, and you can make a right turn. The green arrow doesn't come on. There's a green light come on. But I've seen several people sitting there, because there's a light beside it, they're waiting for the green arrow to come on, but it doesn't come on.
Well, I've had this inquiry. I've had the engineers out. There's nothing wrong with it. I was out with an engineer this week. I went into both ways, and everything worked all right. When I want to do it. So, unless you can tell me anything different.
Yeah, it's not working.
The engineer said there's nothing wrong with it, because a lot of times when they come out, they say you trigger it, don't you?
Yeah, the green light's working, but the light beside it, where you're expecting a green arrow to come on, is obviously not wired up because it's not coming on. And then some people are sitting there thinking they have to wait for that green arrow to come on before they can go across to the right to turn down.
I'll have another look at it.
Yeah,
But wait, I've got to say, I had engineers out twice. I've been out with an engineer.
Yeah, you know where
They'll
I mean,
drive
yeah.
through it
Yeah.
both ways. And it,
Yeah.
lights work each way. I've done both ways,
Yeah,
well, 4 ways I've
yeah.
done, just to see.
Yeah,
But I
the
couldn't then
green light
figure
works.
I couldn't figure out what was everybody was complaining about, because everything was
Yeah,
working.
the green light works, but it is not a green arrow coming on at the side of it. So people are sitting
No,
there,
no, no.
they sit there and they think
So it's
they're
a green
waiting.
arrow.
Yeah. I observed it the other day and someone was waiting for some time.
Because a
and
lot
then
of the trouble is,
Yeah.
they'll come out of there, they don't wait, and they come out, I'll trigger it, then straight out.
Yeah.
You know.
But arrow doesn't come on. I've never seen it come on for a lot of time.
Is that on the main road or from the side roads?
This is on the main road. As you go by Wingfields, you sit at the traffic lights where they can come out,
Yeah,
and then there's a turn to your right. I
Yeah.
can't remember what lane that is.
yeah, whatever, I know which one you know.
But as you sit there, I've observed that people were waiting for that green arrow, and some people.
Where they're waiting for
yeah,
the green arrow?
They don't see a green arrow, so they.
Yeah,
they're
where are
waiting.
they waiting?
Right out front of Wingfields. So, yeah. On London Road, yeah.
So you're sitting on London Road, you're waiting for
Yeah.
the arrow for them to come out from the left or right? From the left.
If you want to turn right, so when you go by Wingfields, you can turn into Wingfields, or you have to sit when it goes green, and then you wait to go turn right. Some people are waiting because there's a green light, but they're waiting for the light beside it to have a green arrow. Whether it has a green arrow, I don't know, but it either wants taken away, or a green
So if
arrow
it ain't on,
comes
I
on.
want to take it away, well, it ain't there.
Well, it needs a green arrow to come on, or take it
Well,
away.
I've got to say, I've been out there 3
confuses-
times, so
Yeah.
I couldn't figure out what was wrong. But now you say about the green arrow, I'll go and see.
Yeah, it confused them because there's a light beside it. So if it's going to be a green arrow come on, which there isn't, that's why they're waiting. So you either take it away, or a green arrow comes on, and then it tells people to turn right.
All right, I'll go and have another
All
look
right,
at it.
thank you.
Councillor Lewis.
Yeah, can I just ask, what's the situation with the main roundabout on the 1122 and all the broken curbs? Is it going to get
Yes,
sorted out? one
yes,
way
you
or
can
another?
ask. I have been down, I had an appointment down there. Been down there with the officers. They're building it as engineered. I've got another appointment when they get it complete. To go down there, because I still think it's too stunt, because you more or less had to do a left turn to the roundabout. But at the moment, they've got to get it in. Then I've got an appointment with the officers to go and have a look at that time. That's right.
Councillor Dixon. Yep.
Can you ask Highways to have a look at Bexwell Road, in particular Downham Market Academy?
I can't hear you.
Sorry, can you ask Highways to have a look at Bexwell Road, and in particular Downham Market Academy? The parking, especially around school opening and school closing times, is atrocious. There's people abandoning cars on pathways. There's people abandoning cars half on and half off the road. It's an absolute nightmare getting in and out of Downham at school opening times.
So whereabouts is the hold-up?
So
So which school?
the academy on Bexwell Road. Yeah, the parents, they used to take the cars into the car park. The school's put a charging process in place, and the school, everyone's now just abandoning the cars anywhere you like.
Well, I stopped them parking on the grass outside the houses, because that was getting a ridiculous situation. That's why I put the new fence up.
Yeah, which has just made them park on Bexwell Road instead. So they were going into that lay-by and parking on grass. They're now just abandoning the cars on Bexwell Road.
I'll be there on school times and see what's happening, because if not, that'll be a police matter.
Yeah, it is,
That'll be an
honestly it is.
That'll be an obstruction and not a highway situation.
Yeah,
But I will look into it.
thank you.
Any other questions for Councillor White? No? Thank you,
There's
Councillor
nobody
White.
else to take them tonight, so I might as well have them all.
Thank you very much, Councillor White. 4-2 police, they've given apologies. 4-3 public, if any members of the public? No? Councillor White.
Yeah, can I speak as a member of the public? I went into the office today and looked at the signing in sheets that were there. You know I did because I was there with you, but I noted that some names are omitted from that list. and know that people have been in there some time and for a long time, and there's no name against it. It was put there to free the office up so that we know if they're getting disturbed by people, and it needs using properly. They need to sign in every time so we know they're on site. It's a safety issue as well. If there's a fire, we need to know whether there's anybody on site or not, but there's certain people going in and not signing in. Thank you.
Lovely. Thank you, Councillor White. Any other comments as a member of public? No? Okay, number 5, Mayor's announcements. I'll start off with my mayoral visits. 25th of July, I was at Huntingdon for a Freedom of Entry parade for the RAF. Apparently it's 70 years since they had their last parade day. 8th of August, I had a performance of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory by Mads. It was excellent. There were new actors and some new children in it with their singing and dancing, and both of them 2 children were excellent. 15th of August was VJ Day. We had a council service at 9 o'clock with flag raising, and then at 12 noon a Royal British Legion service with wreath laying at the Memorial Garden. 22nd of August, I had a mayor's quiz, 12 tables, raised quite a bit of money with the raffle. Unfortunately, a few people who were there mentioned that there was no councillor support on the night. One councillor did donate a prize for the raffle, Councillor Buxton. 2nd of September, King's Lynn Yab, a review of the young people's activities during the summer break. It was also noted that the Swan Youth Project had received from the West Norfolk Yab £487.50. 3rd of September, Merchant Navy Day with the ensign raising. 6th of September, I was at Downham Market Library on the Saturday for the summer reading presentation. There was around 30 children got certificates and medals for reading books during the summer holidays. One young man read 6 books, so he ended up with 2 certificates. In the afternoon as well, I was at the Grange for an end of summer cowboy themed party. Yesterday, the 8th, I was at the Swan Youth Project for a community event with tables, letting us know what was going on in the area with the youth, basically. I have one announcement, which is the next Mayor's Quiz will be October the 17th, which is a Friday, 7 for 7:30 start, 4 people in a team, £5 each, and there will be a good raffle. Thank you. We had Sunday markets this last month. They were excellent, and they were very busy events. I will mention that we also have a very good Friday and Saturday market in town, and Lucy on our staff has gone out and made it a very full market lately. We do have some new stalls. Our next council surgery is this coming Saturday, the 13th of September. Halloween Fun Day will be Thursday, the 30th of October, 10 till 2 p.m. It is a totally free event. We've managed to arrange a petting zoo. There will be the usual funfair ride and inside activities. Christmas lights on switch on event will be on the Sunday, the 30th of November. We are looking at the moment for craft stalls and outside vendors, if they would like to get in touch. Number 6, to approve the minutes of the following committees. 6.1. Planning Committee for the 1st of July and the 5th of August. Councillor Damon.
I ask the councillors present to approve the minutes of the planning committees held on the 1st of July and the 5th of August as published. Please.
I'll second.
All those in favour?
All in favour, please. Thank you.
Thank you.
6.2. Property Committee for the 2nd of July and the 23rd of July. Councillor Jordan.
I'd like to ask full council, please, to accept the minutes of the 2nd of July and the 23rd of July 25, please.
I'll second that.
Lovely.
All in
favour, please. Thank you. 6.3. Governance and Finance Committee.
Mr Mayor, on 6.3, can I ask that to be held over until agenda item 11 and 12?
Yeah.
If that is possible, because that incurs an issue.
Okie doke. Thank you, Councillor Pyle.
Thank you.
6.4. Human Resources Committee, 30th of July 2025. Councillor Pegg.
I ask council to approve the human resources.
Could you put your microphone on, please, sir?
Can I ask council to approve the minutes of the HR committee of the 30th of July 2025?
Thank you. Lovely. All in favour, please.
Councillor Brewer? Councillor Bean Moses? Thank you.
Thank you.
Abstain.
Number 7. To fill the vacancies on the following committees. 7.1. Governance and Finance Committee, we have 2 vacancies which we need to fill, please. So we'd like 2 councillors to volunteer if they would. We usually meet on a Thursday evening, 6 o'clock. No? Oh, well. 7.2. Human Resources Committee, we have 3 vacancies.
And who else, sorry? Councillor Sims. Are you happy to propose that?
Yep. So, do we propose that Councillor Jordan and Councillor Sims?
Councillor Dixon and
Councillor
Councillor
Dixon,
Sims.
sorry. Councillor Dixon and Councillor Sims, I'll propose that they go on the committee. Do we have a seconder, please? Councillor Pegg? All those in favour then, please. Thank you. Yeah. 7.3. Property Committee, we have 1 vacancy. They usually meet on a Wednesday, 6 o'clock.
Councillor Campbell-Robb.
Councillor Campbell-Robb? Yep, thank you very much. We propose Councillor Robb for Property Committee. Seconder, Councillor Damon. All those in favour then, please. Thank you.
That's all, thank you.
Number 8, to approve the formation of the following working parties, agree membership and their respective terms of reference. We would like to do this all in one, without separating if we could. 8.1, Grounds Maintenance Working Party. I think that is sorted at the minute, isn't it? Have you?
On the evening. So that's why it's on the agenda for tonight to ask people to go
Right,
on.
okay. So 8.1 Grounds Maintenance Working Party. I'm on it. You want to be on it then?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, right, okay. You want to be on The
I'll be
idea
on that
was
too.
we had somebody else from governance and finance.
You've got 4 anyway, if you, there's enough there if you want to.
Yeah, okay. Right.
And the terms of reference.
Yeah. And the terms of reference as well, then, please, as for that as well. We need to talk about the terms of reference of that working party.
Not on the agenda.
Basically, we're looking at the contract.
Why don't they get sorted out in the first meeting so that they can go through it and sort it out between themselves? Because no chat
On
about
the
it.
agenda anyway.
It can be, it's up to full council to
There.
decide how they
Can
want to
be,
direct
but full
it.
council has to make that decision. Okay, you can't keep looking at the clerk to do that decision. Full council is here to do decisions. So, is that how full council wish to go forward on that one? Councillor Lewis.
I propose that we wait till to the first meeting and then we discuss it at the first meeting.
Councillor Campbell.
I will second.
Right, okay. So, we'll go on that one then?
All in favour? Are you all in favour?
Yeah. So,
So, can I just check
yeah.
that Councillor Lane, Councillor Levers, Councillor Jordan, Councillor C. Pyatt, with terms of reference being agreed at the first meeting to come back to full council for approval?
Okay. Can I have that? Okay. On that working party then, we've got myself, Councillor Lane, Councillor Levers, Councillor Jordan, Councillor C. Pyatt, and terms of reference will be talked about and debated on the first meeting. We have a proposal of Councillor Levers, seconded Councillor Robb. All in favour then, please. Thank you.
That's all, thank you.
Lovely, thank you. The Jubilee Community Centre site terms and conditions of the working party.
Yeah, I've put that forward in writing and has been agreed by the Deputy Clerk at the moment, so she hasn't written it up yet, so I would assume that will come forward to the Council.
Okay.
It was noted there were slight changes in what the terms and conditions were. So I've sent it to her for clarification.
So do you want to...
Membership of that one,
No, full council will still need to vote to agree the membership.
Well, it's Councillor Pyatt, myself, Councillor Lewis, Councillor Brewer. I think that was it, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I propose
Obviously was on
those
there.
members for that working party. Do I have a seconder?
I think Councillor Hobbs was supposed to be on that as the second person from governance and finance on that,
He wasn't able to resign on that. Yeah.
but he wasn't
You're
there.
right, yeah. So I propose a seconder, please.
I'll second it.
Councillor Pyatt. All those in favour then, please. Thank you.
Councillor Diamond? That's all then, thank you.
We haven't met the next one.
Item 3, the Jubilee Community Centre Site Business Plan Working Party.
Oh, that.
Councillor Day.
May I ask a question? Would you tell me if I am still a trustee of the Jubilee Centre,
All
please?
councillors are trustees. All,
Thank you.
even the new councillors are trustees until it is dissolved. It's in the process of being dissolved at this very moment.
Is it?
With the solicitors.
Oh,
Okay?
thank you for that
It could
information.
be a matter of a week, 6 months, or a year. We don't know yet.
Thank you for
Can I
that
just-
information.
Can I just confirm this does not relate to the charity business in any way?
This is not charity business, this is the site business plan, i.e. What we're doing down there with the site, eventually with the Jubilee Community Centre as a whole. Not anything to do with charity. That will be dissolved by then, hopefully.
I'm sorry, but as a member of an inhabitant of the town, I understood that it was a charity for the benefit of the town. I'm sorry. Have I misunderstood that?
The Haddow Community Association is in the process of being dissolved and it's with the Cherry Commission at present.
Councillor Damon, you were at the meeting, I think, where the town council now owns the site. It was put into being dissolved ages ago. The solicitor has held things up. You've had, well, no, you don't get the emails. We have sent emails out to say that we are in the process of dissolving it, and we're at the moment waiting for the solicitor just to tie loose ends up. And then once the charity is gone, we're in total control then. Okay? Lovely. Thank you. I forgot that you weren't on email and reading everything. So, yeah. So we need members for the Jubilee Community Centre Site Business Plan Working Party for the said reasons. And
Perhaps that would be a good idea to let the working party that's in sight now carry on doing that as well. If anybody else wants to join, they're welcome. It makes sense to do continuation.
Slightly different to what we're doing now. We're talking to the...
We are planning what we can do with the outside area.
Yeah, okay.
With the interested bodies, and then we need to look at the site altogether. And I'm quite happy to work on that committee.
Right, so he wants to combine the two together with the same... Is that the same membership then? With the same membership that we've got?
Oh, I would say that would work.
Okay.
But it's up to whether it's legal.
Does 82 and 83 work for you?
It's not down to me, it's down
Yeah.
to council to make that decision, but
so what we're proposing is
you
that
need to ask the members if they're happy with it.
Yeah, okay. The members that are on the committee at the moment, discussing what we're discussing,
It's a working party.
yeah, do we wish to then extend it and talk about the other extensive sites?
I think we have to.
Yeah,
I think
okay.
it has to all blend, go hand in hand.
Lovely. Councillor Brewer, you happy with that? Yep. Okay, we'll merge 82 and 83 then, if that's okay. I'll propose that. Do I have a seconder for that?
Can I just say, you've already voted for 8.2.
Yeah.
So I will write on here that it will be merged as part of the terms of reference that will come forward to the next board council meeting.
So 8.3 will be merged with the same membership. We don't need a vote now.
You'll need a vote because you've already done a vote for the other
Right, so we have a vote on 8.3 separate then for the same membership to look ahead for the whole site. Okay, once we've done our first talk. Okay, so I'll propose that. Do I have a seconder for that? Yeah, Councillor Lewis. All those in favour of that? Thank you.
That's all, thank you.
So we just got to clarify things. 8.4, car park ordered working party. Councillor Pyatt.
They haven't met yet because we've been busy on the other things,
Right.
and I've got time restraints at my time at the moment. So
Who-
I'll try and
who is
get
on
a
that?
meet.
I can't remember.
I can't remember who's on the committee at the moment.
Yourself, son, aren't you?
I'm on
Councillor
myself,
Pyatt.
some.
Who else is on the car park committee? I can't remember.
I think Councillor Brewer was interested, and I agree
Yeah.
she should come on.
Is Councillor Brewer wishing to come
Robin.
on? Yep. Anybody else wish to go on that committee?
You're on that. Car park working.
Oh, sorry, working party, sorry, I've been told, not committee.
Yeah.
Working. Councillor Perkins, you happy? So that's 3. Councillor Peck, sorry, I didn't see your hand.
That's 4.
That's 4, yeah.
Yeah, I've got Councillor C. Pyatt, Councillor Brewer, Councillor Perkin, Councillor Pegg.
Right. We're all happy on that working party then, yeah? So I'll propose that one. Do we have a seconder for that? Lovely, Councillor Pyatt. All in favour of that working party then, thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Councillor Damon? You're
against,
okay. 8.5, Investment Working Party. This is just to check that our investment, i.e. money, is being looked after in an orderly way. Yeah. Councillor Damon.
Do we have an investment consultant?
Other than me as the RFO, no. That's the purpose of the working party,
Yeah.
as in line with 14.1, which is the policy for the investment policy.
Yeah. Which is 14.1.
Thank you for answering that question for me.
That's all right, no problem. Is there anybody who would like to be on the investment working party? I will. Councillor Pyatt.
Can I suggest that goes to the Finance Committee to look at and then come back to the full council with a report? Because that might get done quicker if a committee does it.
Yep. You're happy with that?
It's not up to me whether I'm happy.
I'm just
As I
asking
say, it's
if-
up to council to make
Yep.
a decision and propose it.
Are the council happy with Finance Committee looking after an investments working party? Do we have a proposer and a seconder for that?
Just confirm, so it will be Governance and Finance Committee that will take management of
The working party.
well, not even the working party. If there's no point having the same membership, you might as well have the committee looking at it. So it'll be the Governance and Finance Committee that
Looking
manage
at
the investments.
Yep. Okay. Right, seconder.
Just
Councillor Wiles. All in favour, please. Thank you.
Councillor B. Moses? Are you in favour of it going to Governance and Finance to manage the investments? Yeah, lovely. All, thank you.
Councillor Sims? Oh, I thought you had your hand up there. Number 9, to agree Human Resources Committee terms of reference. We do have a choice here. We have the office version that has been sent out, or the recent email that was sent out by Councillor Pegg. We have a choice there. Councillor Julie Pyatt.
Yeah, and there is also the terms of reference that was being used, and I think that was passed
Can't hear you, love. You put it.
Right, I'll put this, right. There is also the one that is in current use that was agreed at one of our recent council meetings, so you've got 3 to choose from.
So you haven't had it in this financial year? No. You haven't got a set of terms of reference at the moment?
Right. We haven't got a term of reference in this current year. Okay. Councillor Levers.
I'd like to speak. I would like to suggest to full council tonight that this agenda point be withdrawn and carried forward to another full council meeting. The reasons are as follows. The new HR terms of reference are not set out correctly and are missing important information that is required. It should be in the form of an official document. Headings of paragraphs should be listed. The document should be inclusive, covering all staff, which does not. There is no mention of them. 3 months ago, as Councillor Julie Pyatt just said, we were sent the last HR terms of reference. This was a good example. With a few tweaks, this could have been used. A copy of this one should be sent to all councillors again. It would enable a comparison to be made with the one we are expected to vote on tonight. Unfortunately, we cannot read the current terms of reference as it has been removed from the Downham Market Town Council website before the new one has been agreed upon. I don't understand why, so that is a question later.
So just to remind you that Council voted on the 17th of June to rescind the current draft terms of reference for subsequent consideration by full Council, and that was proposed by Councillor Buxton, Hobbs, Lane, Leach and Wiles and seconded by Councillor Brewer. 8 in favour, 8 against, and you used your casting vote. So at the moment there are no terms of reference, therefore that's why they've been taken off the website. There is no terms of reference for the HR committee.
Which I just
Okay,
explained.
that's fine. That explains why. But I still stand by that we could have a copy of that sent to everybody so that we could read it, the people who have joined recently. I have carried out extensive research checking official sites and town councils. We cannot allow this HR terms of reference to be voted on tonight. It needs to be rewritten in the correct official format with the correct wording. Thank you.
Councillor Pegg.
Thank you. I just noted on item 8 that the Grounds Maintenance Working Party is drawing up its own terms of reference. Most committees are drawing up their own terms of reference, and yet this one has been going backwards and forwards. It's putting the HR committee in a very awkward position at times. We are in a difficult situation at the moment, and I would suggest that for the time being we continue with what we've got, and that the terms of reference is drawn up by...
Well, council voted to...
I'm not interested in what the council voted at the moment. I'm talking, and you're just not listening. I'm sorry.
Excuse me, Mr. Pegg.
Yes.
How are you addressing me?
Sorry?
How are you addressing me in full council?
I'm addressing you because I was talking and you were talking to the clerk.
Yes, my clerk is my assistant who gives me advice.
I know,
Thank you.
but if somebody else was talking on here, you would soon tell them. And you have done.
I'm allowed to ask my clerk for advice, which I did. You said you wanted to use the terms of reference that are in place at the present. We do not have any terms of reference at the moment because they were rescinded. That is what we are looking at tonight. Councillor Campbell-Robbs, you had your hand up long.
I think we should allow HR committee to write their terms of reference and come back to full council with a draft set of terms of reference instead of, at the moment, it appears we're playing a bit of a game of ping pong where we're effectively saying, no, you don't have terms of reference, we're going to rescind them. Let's just...
Councillor Levers.
Well, if we rescinded in July, how can we bring it back with June?
No, it was rescindment of the June vote in July.
In July, 17th of July, I believe it was. I noticed that this afternoon. So how can we, when we've been told often that we can't go back within 6 months, deal with new terms of reference? How come if we rescinded something?
You can't have an HR committee that hasn't got any guidance from full council unless full council are going to be doing all the staffing issues.
Yeah, but how come the rescindant doesn't connect to that?
I mean, you're right, legally, as if we were going by absolute black and white,
yes,
we shouldn't be discussing this till January 2026. But at the moment, you've got a committee that has got their hands tied. They can do nothing because they have no... You've voted on a committee, but you've not given them any guidance on what they can do. And you're absolutely right. We could sit here and wait till January, but then you've got the staff. I'm in charge of the staff below me, but there's no one that I can go to managing me, etc. So this situation does... And that's the problem with rescinding things regularly, is that you're ending up, rather than debating things and coming out with a decision that is there and used for a year, we're rescinding and then we're getting ourselves caught up and nothing can happen.
Is there no way round that? That we could not call it terms of reference? Does it have to be called terms of reference?
I don't know legally if you can... I mean, in other words, there are terms of reference. You could call it by any other name, but I guess you're opening yourself up to a legal challenge if somebody said you've made a vote on something within 6 months, and that is what you're opening yourself up to, but that is the risk of rescinding votes. and not fully debating them.
Councillor Esmoys.
Did you say a committee rescinded this originally, or full council?
Full council rescinded it.
Full council. On what members were there on the night?
I haven't got the minutes in front of me, but it was 8 in favour, 8 against, and the mayor used their casting votes. So 16 members were present on that day, so the majority of council. At that time, we only had 18 members.
So you allowed us to rescind the HR.
Yep, there was nothing illegal about rescinding it.
No.
Right. Is it illegal not to have terms of reference for HR committee?
You have allowed a committee to take on managing effectively me without giving them any guidance on how to manage me. Therefore, they don't have any guidance from full council. So the only way that they can do it is with some guidance from full council on what they're allowed to do and what they're not allowed to do.
Right.
The only other way is not to have a HR committee full stop. But then you've got no mechanism within the council. And then every decision regarding HR would have to come to full council. And from a legal perspective, how do you manage an appeals panel for any issue if everything is going to full council?
Yeah.
I mean, there are councils that have an HR committee in another council. There are pairing councils but we're not. That's usually with smaller councils where you've got 4 or 5 members, and it's hard to make a committee up.
Did we not discuss a few months ago about the HR could bring in an outside HR for advice?
Yes, you did.
Yeah. So they can do that as still at the moment.
You have a HR external consultancy firm already. You have Kroner at the moment until February 2026.
Right.
They can give advice, but ultimately council at the moment are the ones that make the decision, because you haven't given the permission to HR to do anything with their committee.
I think I agree with Councillor Rob that I think this needs leaving, and so the HR can come forward with a terms of reference herself, like all the other committees, and then we review this again in the next meeting.
That is what Councillor Pegg's done, though, in fairness to Councillor Pegg. He is your chair of HR, aren't you? Yeah. And he has put forward his suggestion on behalf of HR.
Yeah, I'm just thinking that we obviously need to pick out a best one, and looking at them, there doesn't seem to be one what covers it all as such, in my view, but that's just my view. I think we should look at it and then come back again the next meeting for this. Not voting now. Thank you.
Councillor Diamond.
Can I have explained to me the word governance, please? Because we have a governance committee. Couldn't that support, suggest, look after, set up, make sure it works right, the Human Resources Committee, please?
If council were minded to do that, they could do.
Thank you.
Councillor Jordan. Could you put your mic on?
Yeah. First, I'd like to say I agree with Councillor Campbell-Robb that I think the HR committee should draft out a set of terms of reference and bring back to the next full council. But one thing I can't quite work out is it does clearly say in our disciplinary policy, which we've adopted, that an HR committee will appoint an investigator or external consultant. But we keep saying it's down to full council to do so. Yeah, it's clearly in our disciplinary procedure that the HR committee will do that. So can someone clear that up as to why there seem 1 minute we're saying it should be full council, and the next in a policy which is still adopted and, as far as I'm aware, not up for review yet. So it just seems as if we're going against what we've already said.
My understanding in answer to that is that you are able to instruct, or HR committee are able to instruct the external consultancy if they wish to. But the challenge, as I understood it, was that many of council wanted someone different to the current provider, and therefore that's what is later to be debated. You've got a consultant that you could instruct. You have Kroner at the moment. So therefore you can instruct Kroner.
External.
Well, that's what full council haven't agreed is a different provider.
I think there's a bit of a grey area, if I'm honest. I think it's very cloudy between what one group is saying and what's already down in black and white.
Well, this is usually where a set of terms of reference are agreed at the first meeting, brought back to full council, and I have to say this is the first session in the 7 years I've been with the council where terms of reference aren't being approved when they come back to full council. So at the moment, full council don't have the authority in this municipal year to do anything because you've rescinded what was already there, in my understanding anyway.
Councillor Campbell-Robb.
So we've basically taken away our own authority to do anything related to HR because we've suspended we've not got terms of reference to do it. So, sorry to say it, but it does seem a little bit directionless, if you don't mind me saying, to vote to suspend, remove terms of reference. Then what we do is we vote to bring back terms of reference once we have removed our terms of reference. Is the 6 month rule a legal requirement or is it a standing order? Just to...
My understanding is it's a legal requirement.
Oh, it's a legal requirement.
My understanding.
I was about to say, could we just...
Really tight schedule in the normal way, but because of what's going on, we are having great difficulty doing this. I've already spoken to the HR people at NAUC. I think that'll come up under the next thing at the end. So I'll forget that bit. But it does say we will appoint a thing. Not we may, we will. So council, you've got to make some sort of decision tonight. And I'm, obviously because I'm HR, I'm in favour of it coming back to HR to sort one out and come back to full council like other committees do.
Can I just clarify that reference was made to 8.1, etc. They are working parties, they are not committees.
That's it. Yeah, reference was made to 80, not a committee. All right. Thank you. So what do council want to do about number 9 then, please? Come on. Councillor Julie Pyatt.
I think Councillor Levers and Councillor Campbell-Robb has skirted around this, and I think I know you've got the problem of it being rescinded recently, but I think the only way around it is to go to the working part, the committee, HR committee, and get them to go through the terms of reference that they think would be suitable, that would work, and then bring it back to full council for them to agree or not agree.
Right. What do we do about the 2 versions that we've received recently? Anybody got ideas about that? Councillor Pegg.
All I was going to say was I propose that it comes back to HR committee to formulate with the clerk a policy and bring it back to full council. Even if we have to call an emergency meeting, an extraordinary meeting, we can do it.
The previous resolution that was that was rescinded was to refer to the HR committee the production of draft terms of reference for subsequent consideration by full council. That's exactly what's being suggested again now. That's already been rescinded.
may I say something? But the one, when that was actually first put on, before it was rescinded, a whole council voted for it. It was it was everybody voted.
My understanding was it was being rescinded because you wanted full council to approve them, not the HR committee. But full council doesn't seem to be approving anything.
Mr. Mayor, I have put a proposal forward, actually.
Open for debate. Anybody else want to join in, please?
But you're literally voting what's already been rescinded.
Yeah, I know. So technically, we should be talking about it. Councillor S. Moyes.
Can I just second that for Councillor Pegg and what he proposed? Thank you.
Can he propose it if it's rescinded?
I mean, it makes no logical sense and it breaches the 6-month rule and it moves you no further forward. But as long as there's no legal challenge in the court, then you can do it.
All from outside.
But you do risk, obviously, the 6-month rule. But
What's the advice from the clerk? Councillor S. Moyes.
Did you say it takes us over the 6-month period, did you say?
no, it's within the 6 months.
Within, yeah.
Right.
Not till, I think it's February.
Thank you.
But yes, you've got a proposal if you want to. You've had my advice. If you want to still vote it, you can do.
Councillor Pegg.
But if you want to do it that way, we can actually ask for standing orders for 7B, I think it is, to be suspended for the time being tonight.
I'd like to hear from other councillors, please, if they've got ideas, please. Councillor Julie Pyatt.
The only other alternative, if you can't take the terms of reference back to the HR committee to draft one of their own, the only other alternative is to have a draft presented to full council, which hasn't been presented tonight, presented to full council, I think the next one's 2 weeks' time, for full council to debate. But at the moment, we've got 3 different versions, and it would take us all night to pull them apart and decide on what's necessary.
Thank you. Councillor Levers.
Which draft are we talking about,
Exactly, we've got 3.
Mr Mayor? Because all I was saying that I felt that we should withdraw it tonight because the one that's on the table doesn't conform to the official form that other councils and everything else, officialdom, insist that we do.
We've got 2 versions at the minute.
Yeah.
One that we used. Councillor Pegg.
Yeah, it's a point of order, actually. This has already been proposed and seconded, so it shouldn't be discussed any further. It should be going on to a vote.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I've given my advice
Yeah,
and you have got a proposal on the
Right,
seconder.
okay. Seconder is Councillor S. Moyes.
Yep. So to refer to the HR committee, the production of a draft terms of reference for subsequent consideration by full council.
Okay. What is that?
If you can read it.
Refer to the committee to produce a draft terms of reference for subsequent consideration by full council then. We've got a proposer and a seconder, so all in favour then, please.
Excuse me, was that the HR committee to be referred to?
Yeah.
Yeah, to refer to the HR committee, the production of a draft terms of reference for subsequent consideration by full council.
Yeah, thank you.
13. Yep, those against?
You're against?
Yeah.
Against, please, thank you.
And abstain?
And abstain.
And 1 abstention.
Councillor Dixon. Okay, thank you for sorting that one out. Number 10, to reconsider the terms of reference for existing committees due to overlap concerns. 10.1 Property Committee and 10.2 Governance and Finance Committee. Could we have some debate on that one then, please? Councillor Perkins.
Yeah, it's surely not beyond the wit of man to work out what each committee is responsible for and its remit. And if there is a problem between the two committees, may I suggest that the two chairmen and the mayor get together and have a discussion to bring back to full council about what the terms of reference should be in the overlap?
Yep. So, 2 chairs and...
Yeah, I'll make that a proposal.
Yep. Yep. 2 chairs and mayor to meet. Yeah. So we've got proposal and a second. All in favour then, please. Thank you.
That's all, thank you.
Lovely, thank you. Number 11, to consider rescinding the following motion. Proposers Councillor Charlie Pye, Councillor Pegg, Councillor Damon, Councillor Lewis, Councillor Julie Pye. To rescind the resolution made by Governance and Finance Committee on the Thursday, the 19th of June 2025. Agenda item to review contract 14.2 gritting contract. It was resolved on the day that the gritting contract for the 2025, 26, 26, 27, 27, 28 seasons to be offered to Nationwide Gritting. Debate, please. Thank you. Councillor Campbell.
Like what we've done is we've offered a contract for someone to come spread salt, but not actually plough snow. And if it snows, then we'll be left on the hook for the bill for removing snow.
Don't work like that.
Often it's a separate contract for snow removal.
No, it's gritting. Yeah, Councillor Levers.
Nationwide Gritting is, as the title says, a national company with subcontractors. Their head office is actually in Kent. We should be seen to be using local businesses, supporting them as per the Procurement Act 2023, which came into force February 25. The local businesses are the ones that will be paying into local rates, etc., not businesses that are very far away. A local business would also respond much quicker.
Councillor Wiles.
Yeah, I sit a little bit uneasy with this. For a start, I don't think they should be given the contract for that amount of time. We do, as Councillor Lever says, try to support local businesses. I'm concerned that they may go on a forecast which doesn't actually fit the circumstances we're in at a particular time. And they may be cheaper, they may be dearer, I don't know. But we should be given the contract to people that we can rely on to do the job for the people. Not the cheapest necessarily, or the dearest.
Councillor Brewer.
My understanding is we're here to discuss the terms and conditions, or terms of reference, sorry, regarding which committee should be scrutinising and awarding the contract, not whether or not we want this contract, which has been named, to be used. That's for the committee. It's been decided by the Governance Committee. I feel this whole motion is very disrespectful to that committee. They've met, they have got, it's within their terms of reference to scrutinise and award the contract, and they have done so. And I need to understand why Property feel it is now within their remit when we've already agreed the terms of reference.
Councillor Julie Pye.
Actually, when we agreed the terms of reference for governance and finance, it was asked to be changed, and it wasn't changed, and it is on the recording. It was asked to be changed that where are we? It was the final in procurement, the final two paragraphs. It was asked, and actually the Mayor did say yes, this will be done. Any decisions should be recommended or referred back to full council for a final decision. And in this case, the committee has made the decision themselves without any recommendation to full council. Plus, on the procurement policy, it does say the council will strive to use local suppliers from within the town, borough, county, a radius of 50 miles where possible, but not exclusively. And if they use somebody from out of the area, they have to follow a certain procedure, and they haven't. It says every exception and reason will be recorded, and it hasn't done that. The committee didn't do that.
Can I just confirm the subcontractor is within 50 miles? It is a national company, but the subcontractor is a local company.
I don't know if you got that. The contractor is national, but the subcontractor is within 50 miles and is local. Yep.
Where would that be?
Excuse
Sorry.
me, Councillor Campbell-Robb
Sorry.
had his hand up.
Why
Sorry.
didn't we consider offering the contract to local businesses, including Norfolk County Council's trading company does do gritting for commercial, as a commercial contract? Wouldn't it be good if we offered it internally?
You're assuming we didn't, and we did. We went out and we asked at least 10 different providers, and Governance and Finance Committee had all the information given to them.
We did the job.
And that has been done.
Has it?
And we read through all the contracts.
Okay.
Did Councillor Lever still want to make comment?
I just wondered if we knew whereabouts it is the subcontractors are, please. I'd like the area, the position.
I haven't got that information on me. It went to Governance and Finance, but I haven't brought it here.
It's within 50 miles. So I was looking at hands going up, yeah. Councillor Lewis.
Yeah, can I ask why this was taken away from the property committee in the first place, when it used to be their remit, and then brought back to full council?
Again, you decided the terms of reference, but my understanding was that council wanted the one-off jobs to go through property, and then you recreated a finance committee to attach to the governance to look at any long-term contracts, leases or licences.
I was the full council decision to bring finance back in as a committee and not doing it as a full council. Councillor Pyatt.
Yeah, I've raised this rescinding simply because where the company is 50 miles away. The subcontractors
have had all the facts, but there are assumptions being made in this room when the facts are not known by every member. It has been seen by the committee in full with a full report. So personally, my recommendation to council is that you don't sit there hammering a company that you haven't had all the information on.
Especially on YouTube. Councillor Lewis.
Yeah, can I ask where the staff are going to get the salt from to do the town square, and also where it's going to be stored as well? And how much have we costed that into the factor as well? Because I do believe it used to be all done in the same contract. Or is this nationwide company going to leave us some salt so the lads can spread it?
We have discussed that with Nationwide, and they are willing to leave us some to store at the back as a gesture of goodwill.
Yeah, well, no, I've seen it. It's just that you want first. So, Councillor Esmoyd.
Just ask the question again, what Councillor Julie Pyatt asked. So, Governance and Finance, they're allowed to make that decision, or do they not have to bring it back to full council? How come they made this decision?
I will have to check back on the recording. As I say, I can't remember every meeting. What I would question is, why have you got a committee, you're saying about other committees, that keep having to refer everything back to full council? My understanding from memory is that we were talking about leases and licences, which were 20 plus years that would come back to full council. I don't personally remember contracts, but I'll be the first to admit I can't remember every meeting off the top of my head.
Yeah, because I personally think that things like this should be voted for by full council. I don't think any committee should have any power to make any decisions for this town. As far as I know, committees bring their ideas back to full council. This is what I was led to believe when I first became councillor, and then the full council make the decisions. Thank you.
That's what terms of reference do. They give a committee a set of rules that they can work within, obviously taking into account standing orders and financial regs as well. But if you want everything to be debated at full council, there's a question as to what's the value of the committee.
We've lost your sound. I don't know what's happened.
It's to bring back all information and gather the information the committees, as far as I was known, to save the full council looking into things and then bring the whole thing to the table for then us to vote on. But that was what I was led to believe anyway.
Councillor Julie Pyatt.
Yeah, it was at the full council meeting on the 17th of June, 59 minutes 59 into the meeting. A councillor asked that though under procurement, that those two last paragraphs that they be amended so that the decisions will be then recommended to full council for agreement, and that wasn't put on the terms of reference. And Mr. Mayor, you did say yes, that will be done, but it wasn't.
I say I can look into that, but it does still, there's a wider question here. Are you asking governance and finance to bring every single contract back to full council? If that is what it says, then what's the point of having a committee? You might as well, all the paperwork would still have to come back here for you to scrutinise it. It might as well come to full council in the first place. But as I say, that's just my opinion.
All the hard work of looking through the contracts, see what all these different firms done, and before we made a decision. And now you're wanting to go back on it. Councillor Perkins, I think you had your hand up first.
Yes, while I understand the feelings about local contractors, etc., the committee also felt it was incumbent upon them to get the best possible deal for the taxpayer.
That's right.
And this is what we looked at. We looked at what we believed was the best financial deal, and that's what the decision was made on. So I have to defend our decision on that. We thought we were doing the right thing, was best for the taxpayers locally.
Councillor Brewer. Oh, okay. Councillor Beamer.
Wrong councillor. Sometimes that doesn't come into it, because what comes into it is when we worked on the market, we had a really cold, frosty day, and we needed it gritting. It was dangerous, and they were out there and then and done the job. Money isn't always the issue. Sometimes you have to put health and safety first. And, you know, we've got a lot of elderly people in this town, and you do have to put them first. It's not always about money. It's about health and safety, you know. You have to put that first sometimes, you know. And I think if there's a lot of money being spent, you know, I think that there's a lot of councillors and they need to know where it's going and who's getting it.
And likewise, the ratepayers need to know that they're getting a good deal. Councillor Julie Pyatt.
If I just may speak again, this is quite a long contract, 3-year contract.
We did, if I remember on the night, make a proviso about the first year that we would look at it again to see how they managed.
Can I also just confirm the last contract was 3 years and the contract before that was 3 years, so it's not something new?
No. But we did say that we would look at this company after a year
That
and
wasn't,
then make another decision.
that actually wasn't in the minutes.
Yeah, well,
But you could be looking at £30,000, and there was 4 councillors made the decision. I think
the committee actually made the decision.
Yeah, but it was actually 4 councillors.
We could have had 9 on there.
Yeah.
There's councillors here who could have been on the committee and haven't offered to come on a committee. The fact there was 4.
But I think for openness and transparency, that particular contract is a lot of money, and it should go back to full council.
Councillor Evans, this will be the last debate, and then we have a vote.
Okay. Councillor Pyatt has just brought up something that I had down in my notes. We have been caught out quite a few times since I've been on the council and have had to purchase our way out of contracts because they've been made too long. This is an unknown quantity to us. I'm not saying they're not going to do a good job, but I believe the last contract, as the clerk said, was for 3 years, but I wonder how many years that contract was with the council. I believe it was over 10 years, if it's been consistent, but if we sign a contract for 3 years and then after a year we want to get out of it, it's going to cost us a lot of money.
Right. Do we have a proposer and a seconder for the motion then, please?
You've already got it.
Yep.
You've already got it on here. You just need to check that everybody. You've already got the proposers.
Oh, right, okay. So we've already got the proposer and second, so it's straight into voting then. All in favour for the rescindment? Okay. All against?
Yep. Any abstentions?
Abstain, please. We're on to 12. Yep. Item 12, to consider the following motion. Proposers, Councillor C. Pyatt, Councillor Pear, Councillor Damon, Councillor Lewis, Councillor J. Pyatt. It is recommended to full council that the gritting contract can be scrutinised by the Property Committee with all available documents, including quotes, and then a recommendation is made to full council for further scrutiny and agreement. Now, bear in mind, we've already had debate more or less on this one, but if anybody would like to make comment on number 12, Councillor Brewer.
Okay, I think just on this matter, can we just bring this particular thing back to the next full council meeting because time's pressing on, rather than refer it to a property committee which is already agendaed for tomorrow? Can we just bring it back to the next full council meeting so we can all look at it, all scrutinise and make the decision, so then we're all set before winter?
Do we have a seconder for that? Councillor Diamond. Yep, Councillor, would you want to have a speak? Yeah. Councillor Diamond, would you like to speak? Yeah. You're seconding the motion. Well, I wasn't sure. I did say to you, are you seconding? And then you kept your hand.
I think Councillor Campbell-Robb wanted to speak before.
Councillor Campbell-Robb. Yeah.
So,
just on a proposal and a second, so really you shouldn't be. But go ahead, go on.
okay, can we add the installation of a salting bin for public use as well in certain areas, just because they've not been installed for use on that car park, the town square one, have they? There just isn't one. If you look at the map of them, because Norfolk County Council published a map, and should come up as a privately owned one.
Can we deal with? Can I discuss that outside of the meeting with you, how it all works?
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
You don't quite understand it a minute. Right, so we've got a proposer and a seconder. All in favour then, please. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, so 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay.
Yeah.
All against on that motion?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 against.
And again, abstain on that one.
2 abstain.
And Councillor Jordan abstain.
Yeah.
So number 12.
It'll
bring
come
it
back to full council
full
to
back, full council
scrutinise.
next time. Thank you very much.
Mr Mayor, may I speak? You've actually proposed and seconded something that's not on the agenda.
No, we haven't. It's on the agenda. We just said we'll bring it back to full council.
That was me because I suggested that we skip property and just come back to full council to get on with it. But we can't. Yeah, but so we could do that vote, but then we can't do the vote for full council, can we?
My understanding is in standing orders, if following a discussion, you can change a motion if council are minded to do so.
So apparently, clerk with advice says after discussion we can change standing orders if the council has a mind to do so, which we apparently have voted and do have a mind to do so, bringing it back to full council on the 23rd. Sorry?
Did you say if there'd been a discussion?
We just had a discussion, yeah, and a vote.
Not about what was on the agenda. I'm confused, a little bit confused, because...
We came to number 12 and I asked for debate on number 12.
But there weren't, it was just a
Several
proposal.
people did.
No, I'm just confused because there was just a discussion to skip over it, but there wasn't a discussion about it.
We had a very long
So
discussion on
I
11.
just need to know.
And then we had a small discussion on 12, and then we had a proposed...
No, there wasn't a discussion. I just need you to clarify it because, you know, I just don't get it in my head.
Depends what you call a
Councillors are saying they didn't have enough time to discuss it, so if they don't
There-
feel like they had enough time to discuss
There
it,
wasn't a discussion as such.
they can have a chance.
More discussion.
Standing order says that if a motion isn't fully debated, so if councillors don't feel it was fully debated,
Okay. Well, I think we got a bit of time if you want to have a bit more debate.
Well, no, I just like to do things how they're supposed to be done, and you know, I'm always learning.
We are doing
so
them
it's
what
good.
should
It's
be
good to
done.
learn, isn't it? You know, so.
If the council didn't mind, we can do that.
So if we need to have a discussion, then that's what it's meant to.
Well, if you want some more discussion on number 12, which is very similar to 11, off we go. Anybody to start the debate? Councillor Levers.
I'm sorry, Mr. Mayor. I'm really confused, and I don't know if anybody else is. What are we doing? What was that about? I'm sorry. I'm not sure what the motion was that was proposed, even.
Councillor Brewer, would you like to explain?
We opened agenda item 12. I suggested that to save time, blah, 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 that we just refer this back to full council and miss out the property committee bit just for this one thing, the gritting contract, so that we can all scrutinise it, because there seems to be a bone of contention around this table. So we can all have the paperwork, we can all scrutinise it, we can all vote on it and get it done and secured before winter.
Paperwork.
That then turned into a proposal when it was just a suggestion.
Oh.
Yeah.
So that's what I suggest.
I understand that. Thank you.
But if we had all had the paperwork, we could all read it and come back, like we say, and we all know what we're talking about. Okay? Councillor Pegg.
Thank you. It seems to be a mishmash again, but it was to consider the following motion, which has been proposed and been seconded. Councillor Brewer has just put a suggestion forward, which is not a proposal. So we've got to vote on what is on there and let the gritting contract be scrutinised by property committee.
as I say, if council don't feel like they've had enough time to discuss it, that's a different matter, but you can change a motion following debate. As I say, yeah, but it's council don't feel like they had enough time to discuss it. Despite they didn't put their hand up, they don't feel like they've had enough time. So,
Bring it back.
well, just vote that.
So with our advice, if we don't feel we've had enough time to talk about it, we can bring it back at another meeting.
You can discuss it now. If
We'll
council
discuss it
don't feel
now,
like they've
yeah.
had enough time to discuss the motion, they can re-discuss it now.
Yeah. Discuss it now. Councillor Dixon.
Thank you. So I just want to try and get this clear in my head. Yeah, we just went through a debate in point 11 where we've decided to not go ahead with the contract for Gritton, which was a 3-year contract, because we didn't like the contract, which we allowed the Human Resources Committee to negotiate and, Governance and Finance Committee to negotiate and work out, right? And now we're voting, or we're suggesting we vote, to whether or no we allow the Property Committee, yeah, to go ahead, yeah, and look at that contract, yeah. And that will probably come back, and because only a small amount of people have had a look at that contract, we'll be back in exactly the same position we are here today, which is absolutely stupid. Yeah. So we've already agreed in point 11, we're going to cancel the Gritton contract, and we're going to come back and we're going to look at it. But now property want to be responsible for the Gritton contract when it sat with... But it doesn't matter about it, they always were. The point is that there was the governance committee were given the go-ahead to look at that contract. Irrespective of who used to do it in the past, it's absolutely irrelevant. They were asked to do that. We didn't like what happened there. So now what you want to do is give it to a different committee to come back, and we'll end up having the same argument again. I absolutely agree with Councillor Brewer. Yeah, the right thing to do is to discuss it in full committee. If it's that big a problem and that big a spend, then let everyone have their say, and then we agree what we want to do as a council.
Councillor Perkins.
Yeah, Mr Mayor, I'm assuming that if the motion fails, that then the problem will come back to the Finance Committee. So I think your suggestion was probably a very good one, because if it came back to Finance Committee, as it should, a large number of people here will not be happy, and I understand that. So I think we need to vote on that. If this fails, we then think about the way forward.
So would you like to propose that, Councillor Perkins? Councillor Jordan, yes.
I don't think it's actually the point about coming back to full council. I don't see that a problem. I think what the point is here is the fact that it is the motion with the property committee, and that's been changed. I think that's the point. That is the point. It's not the fact, and I see what you're saying. I don't disagree with you, Councillor Dixon, or Councillor Brewer.
Can I just...
it's what's on this agenda tonight.
Can I just correct you there, Councillor Jordan? If the council is of a mind to change the motion that's on here, we can change it and do it by vote to come back to a full council at a future date so that everybody can have a look.
Well, then can you provide the standing order and everything?
No, if the full council is of a mind, we squash standing orders with a vote. That's correct.
The standing orders say that a motion can be changed. As long as you are talking on the same motion, it can be changed by agreement with council.
Yeah, we're talking on the same motion, then the standing order can be
Why
squashed.
don't you just do that vote and see whether it fails or not?
Right. Okay, Councillor Begg, I'm doing the vote because this is getting us nowhere. So I need a vote on motion 12. I need a proposed and a second and see where we go.
You've got the proposers there. You've got them there.
Right. So all those in favour of motion 12, please. All in favour.
Can you just clarify the motion? You're not saying what the motion is, and that's the confusion here.
It's recommended to full council that the Gritton contract be scrutinised by the Property Committee with all available documentation, including quotes, and then the recommendation is made to full council for further scrutiny and agreement.
Which I read out. Right. Did you get the numbers on that?
No.
Could you put your hands up, those that voted that time, please.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, 10 in favour.
And those against, please.
4.
And those abstain. Right, so where are we next?
So it's going back to property committee.
So after all that, it's going back to property.
And then it will come back to full council.
And then it will come back to full council.
So it'll go to property committee in October, it'll come back to full council in November.
So for those who didn't hear it, it'll go to property in October and come back to full council in November.
I'd just like to say, because for the gobby ones start coming off, that when it comes back to the property committee, as you all know, that I am one of the contractors, so I will not be present at all at the meeting, and I will ask Councillor Pyatt to chair that particular meeting. Okay? Then there can be nobody turn around and say that I have any influence on what happens. Thank you.
Councillor Brewer.
Okay, can I just make the suggestion when it does come back to full council, we're going to have a governance committee that has seen all of the documents and scrutinised them. We will have seen property committee will have seen all the documents and scrutinised them, and then they could possibly come back with differing ideas. So what about those councillors that are not on either committee?
Yeah, I think we should.
So I think when it comes back to full council in November,
It does say
governance
for
has
further
said their
scrutiny.
bit, property have said their bit, and I think all councillors should see the documents, the paperwork, so that we can make a decision. Because it's no, you've got one committee pulling us that way, one committee pulling us that way, and because if we don't see the nitty gritty, if you forgive the pun, we don't know. So that's what I'll ask: is if all paperwork comes back to full council along with governance and properties recommendations, please.
Would you like to propose that?
No. It's already in the proposal
Right.
to be made to full council for further scrutiny and agreement.
Yeah. Okay, right, we're done with that one, yeah. Number 13, to reconsider the overspend referral procedure in light of concerns that it may be slowing decision making, which it is. Councillor Davis.
I'm sorry, I see this as slowing decision making. I assume that if the legal requirements slow it decision making down, are we going to do away with them as well? I'm sorry, this slowing down of decisions, but as far as I'm concerned, if it requires that amount of time for a decision to be lawful, then that amount of time is needed, not reduced for satisfaction of time.
No, it wouldn't be unlawful because at the moment, the complaint at the moment is it's going through property committee, then governance and finance, and then to full council. Suggestions have been made that it just goes from the committee straight to full council. But obviously that then questions the need for the finance element of governance and finance, which is why I was asked to put it on the agenda.
Right. Did we hear that? Basically, it's going from one committee straight through to full council, and rather than going through governance and finance, which again, you have to have a finance committee, so strange one, but there you go. So can we have some debate about that then? Councillor Pye.
I think it should remain as it is. If a recommendation comes from a committee and there's finance involved, the finance committee should be involved. And I think that should stay like that, and not to slow it down, but to support or give a recommendation to that committee to say, your overspend is too much, you'll have to look at it again. But I think we are not doing it slowly if it's carried out correctly. All the years I've done finance with the committees and as chairman of the finance, has always been a good idea to run it past the finance committee. It's not a hard job. They can either say yes or no and look at it. But I think we should leave it as it is. The recommendation should come from the committees and go to the finance committee.
Councillor Campbell-Robb, just.
It may be slowing decision making, but I want to ask the question: should we do away with all of the? Should we do away with all of the policies? No, because you can't run. I'm sorry to say this, but we are going to be. If slowing decision making is what's needed in order to make sure things are correctly scrutinised, then I'm sure the public have a right to expect that we are not going to be modifying our own policies to not slow decision making.
Councillor Leavis.
I just wonder what happens if the governance and the finance turn down whatever the committee wants to spend. How do they appeal? Is there any appeal for it?
Not in the policy. It would come to full council to debate out and look at the merits of what the governance and finance think and what the property committee, because that's generally where it's coming from.
So there is actually an appeals system, but
well,
not...
it would come to full council, so full council would make the ultimate decision. That's where it's come into the office. We've had a few people say it's going from, as I say, property committee to governance and finance, then full council. So it's taken 3 months to get to full council. Whereas, should it not just go, property committee recommend it to full council and save that? And that's why it's on the agenda.
Councillor P.
Thank you. It used to be the fact that a committee, we'll say property committee, if they had some spends to do, they've got their own budget and they had authority to spend up to, I don't remember the figures, but say up to £500 straight away, no problems. It didn't have to be referred to anybody. And if it was over a certain amount, it had to come to full council. Then if it was over £5,000, I'm going by memory now, if it was over 5,000, it came to the finance committee who made that decision. And that was normally for things that, big projects that were being done. One of the ones was putting the lift in the town hall here. We had to go through that many times, but it was a big spend, so it had to come through to finance committee. And I think that's what we should be doing.
So at the moment, your financial regulation 4.1 is saying that anything over 5,000 comes to full council. So you've got it coming, as I say, I'm using property because it's the biggest budget, so it's likely to come that way. Property, into governance and finance, and anything over 5,000 would come into full council anyway, but governance and finance are also looking at anything which is over budget, regardless of whether it's £500 or £5. If it goes over budget, it comes into governance and finance.
Yeah, that's right. But can I just clarify that property committee, using that as an example again, if they want to spend £500 on something,
if they've got the budget, they can spend it. If they haven't got the budget,
but it doesn't have to come back to finance committee and all that.
Not if it's got the budget.
Yeah.
It's if it hasn't. So like the mayor's board, that hasn't got a budget. So property committee have voted to have a new mayor's board. It's then gone through governance and finance to look at the finances. They've then green lighted it, and it's later on the agenda for full council to look at.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Thank you.
But the question was, could the mayor's board have just gone straight to full council and saved going through that committee? Because otherwise, it's making it wait up to 3 months.
Any other people want to talk on that one? We don't need to vote on that.
Not if you're not changing it.
Reconsider, no. Number 14, to adopt the following policies and procedures. 14.1, investment policy. Councillor Julie Pyatt.
There's a couple of things I noticed. It does say 4.4, the investment working party report.
And finance would do this. So the element of investment working party will come out of it because it would be under governance and finance committee. I'm speaking for the committee, but as per the overview that was sent, the idea was to spread the risk against multiple institutions because we don't have that protection of the 85,000 per institution that personal customers have. That's what the committee were discussing.
Any comment? Councillor Levers.
The only thing, I haven't got my notes with me, unfortunately, but the only thing I can remember is there was something about checking the investments regularly. I can't remember how often. I thought it said every day, but it was quite often. So who's going to do that? Is the RFO going to do it? Or?
Well, this is what you said under 8.5. The committee was suggesting that there was an investment working party that did this. I'm looking through it at the moment. But you've decided that you want Governance and Finance Committee to do it. It does say in here that the working party would do it, and then it would go to Governance and Finance for an annual review and then oversight by full council.
No, this was actually the investments were going to be checked as to whether they've gone up or down, whether you've really got to be switched on to do this, to know when to pull things out and when to leave them on, if the stock market, etc. So that could be an added burden to the RFO.
There was nothing
anybody.
about stock market, I will just say that. This was about interest rates, and the credit rating was the credit rating of the organisation, not investments,
Not
as
playing
in,
stocks.
we're not playing the stock market.
Concerned about who's going to do it every so often. Are you going to?
Councillor Perkins.
Can I just finish that? Under 8.5, you asked Governance and Finance to do it, so it would be Governance and Finance that would do it. At the moment, it does say just a general regularly. If it can just go onto the committee agenda if it's going back to the committee.
Councillor Perkins.
Yeah, I fully support the document. There's just a small alteration on 4.4. It says that the working party should report to the Staffing and Finance Committee. So it should be obviously Government and Finance. Otherwise, I'm very happy with it.
Yeah, so 4.4 would become irrelevant anyway because there would be no investment working party. You're right, it should have said Governance and Finance. But it will now just be the Governance and Finance with no working party. And then under 4.2, sorry, Councillor Levers, but it says at each meeting the Governance and Finance Committee and the Town Clerk will provide a report on investment activity. So it would be done on a monthly by the Governance and Finance anyway, even without a working party anymore.
Councillor Downham.
Yes, it's not, but this policy isn't talking about that. At the moment, you have one provider for every account that you hold. With a council this size, it's not unusual to have a set amount with this bank, a set amount with that bank, so that if that one provider went bust, we would lose every penny because we have no protection under the financial CA, FCA. We would have no protection at all. No, so if a bank went overnight, at the moment, if it was the bank we were banking with, council would go bankrupt overnight. It would have no funds left, unless obviously government stepped in and supported that banking organisation. That is what is recommended, yes. No, that's what this policy is asking, because at the moment we don't. Everything is with one banking institution. Yeah, and that's what this policy is saying. It 200,000, and then it gets split out into different organisations.
Councillor Esmoys.
We're meaning banks, as in organisations, other banking organisations, so that we're covered up to the 85,000, or
We're not covered by the 85,000 at all. There is no protection for a council.
not even if we split it?
No.
Right. Okay.
Councillor Wild.
So that's a capped risk at 200.
That is what this policy is inferring, that if one bank went bust overnight, or building society, or wherever you went, that would be the most you would lose. Because it would be unlikely that every banking institution would go overnight. It could happen, we could end up with it, but...
Yeah, then we don't have to go to the cap with it either, do we? I suggest we spread that and keep it spread.
Yeah, at the moment...
Northern Rock went down, and I know they were building society, but you do get caught.
Yeah, I mean, at the moment, you've got all your reserves, all your earmarked reserves, your money market from the sale of Paradise Road, and your day-to-day banking all with one bank.
Yep.
So if that goes down, there isn't a penny left.
Somebody might drop that basket of eggs. We ought to split that up a bit.
Fairly quick.
That's what the governance and finance are suggesting. You could change the cap. It could be higher than 200,000. It could be lower than 200. It got set at 200,000 because of dividing up the chunks into reasonable. You wouldn't want to have 20 banking providers, say, because the admin with that would be unmanageable.
Yeah. I'm thinking 2, maybe 3, but 200,000 is a significant amount to this council. We ought to protect ourselves well. Thank you.
Councillor Charlie Pipe.
If all the discussions is made, I would suggest we go forward with that. I propose that we look at the investments and change as needed to safeguard our money.
I'll second that.
Seconded, Councillor Jordan. All those in favour then, please. Thank you.
Yeah. And Councillor Levers? Just one abstention.
Any
Thank
against? No? Thank you. 14.2, General Reserves Policy.
Again, you've had all the documents.
Yeah, we've had the documents apparently, so if you want to make debate about it.
I propose we accept them.
Yeah.
I'll second that.
Lovely. All those in favour of? Thank you.
Thank you, that's all.
Thank you. 14.3 is pension policy. Again, you've had the documents.
Again, I propose that.
Right. Councillor Dixon seconding. All those in favour then, please.
All. Oh no, Councillor Campbell Robb?
Pension
Yeah.
policy.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Lovely, thank you. Number 15 is to consider the overspend referrals on Mayor's Board, which I think has just been referred to. Councillor Jordan?
So I'd like to say I'd like to propose that because obviously we did quite a bit of work on it within property, as you know, Mr. Mayor, being there, and that we've had quite a good quotation in. I do believe they are going to finish it off with a lacquer for us. So, yeah, I would just like to propose that. I think that's
I'll second that as well.
just to say it is a
Next year it'll only be dearer, won't it?
it is a it is a like for like of the one what we have on the stair.
We've got a proposer and a seconder. All those in favour for that then, please. Thank you.
That's all, thank you.
Lovely. Number 16. To consider options for appointing an external HR consultancy and agree actions. Councillor Pegg.
I think we've already got one at the moment, haven't we?
We've got Kroner until February. Yeah.
Until February, so really this is
Yep.
not really up for discussion at the moment, but it's up to you.
Yep.
I've been using the NAUC one for a while. Very good. I can ring him up straight away, talk to him personally and his company.
The only thing is, Councillor Pegg, I've looked at NAUC, they do not have employment specialists.
Yes, they do. Personnel and Advice Solutions Limited. They're in Lincolnshire and they do that as well.
Thank you. Okay, so we'll leave that one then, yeah.
Assuming nobody else wants to.
So we'll cover till February, so we can come back to that. Is that okay, everybody? Anybody want to talk about that?
We've already got a contract till February.
Yeah. Yeah, we're covered till February, so we'll bring it forward later. We go on to 17 to seek council's decision on whether to permit busking activities within the town square. Councillor Damon.
I can't see anything wrong with busking activities in the town square. They have happened before. But remember, it's the town square and not the town hall car park. And if we can put tables on the town square, I'm sure we could have a busker sitting at one. That's my view. Lived in the town a little while, enjoyed the buskers at earlier dates, still do. I'm happy to see buskers in the town. It doesn't cost a lot of money, just a few pennies in a pot.
Councillor Lewis.
Obviously, it'll have to be organised, like they'll have to, the admin office will have to know when the buskers are going to be there, etc. And sort of one at a time, possibly. Or,
Why?
yeah, be well regulated. Otherwise, you could have someone not turning up and things like that. I'm for it completely. The market was a great success recently with the music.
Yes, I enjoyed it down at Spruce Road.
Councillor Campbell.
Admin will have to verify if there's a PRS licence, that's their music licence, so whatever busker that is being used will have to have a licence, otherwise council could be held liable, potentially.
Councillor Brewer, hand up first.
This is something that could go to the governance committee to draw up a policy. I'm sure there must be rules and regulations regarding allowing buskers, so either to go to the governance or for the office to draw up something for a full council to approve. But I'm in favour of having buskers, definitely.
Councillor Pegg.
Yeah, I'm in favour, but they must have public liability insurance as well.
Yeah, we'll look at that in the policy. Okay. Do we need a vote on that? Yeah.
I would say you need a proposal to send it to Governance and Finance to draw up a
So
policy.
to send it to Governance and Finance, do we have a proposal and a seconder then, please? Councillor Perkins proposed, seconder Councillor Julie Pyer.
Could I just ask, please, you're going to send it to Governance and Finance, will it then come back to full council?
I think that's the
Yeah.
idea, isn't it?
Like all the other policies
Yeah.
that are
Thank
on
you.
there. Yeah.
Right.
I think it was
proposals-
Councillor Brewer proposing, Councillor Perkins seconding. Is that my understanding? Yeah.
I asked whether it to come to full council or governance was the discussion.
Yeah.
I saw
Councillor Perkins
the
did
suggestion.
propose, yeah.
Right, my understanding is the proposal is that it goes to Governance and Finance to draw up a policy for full council's ultimate approval.
Yeah, Councillor Perkins proposed.
Yeah.
Did you second? No. Who seconded them, please? Need a seconder on that one then. Councillor Wiles then, please. All those in favour of that then, please. Thank you.
Right, it's going to Governance and Finance to draw up a policy for ultimately full council's approval.
Yep. Thank you. All those in favour? No.
Oh, thank you.
All those against on that one then?
Right, so right, you've got 9 minutes left.
Yeah, I know. Number 18, to agree the recommendation of Governance and Finance Committee. It was resolved that Jimmy Miller will be recommended to full council for appointment as internal auditor for 25-26. All I can say is he's done a very good job this year, hasn't he?
I propose that we take that Jimmy Miller on as a
Councillor Perkins proposed, if you want
I'll
to...
second it then.
Right, second it. All
He's
those in
snooking
favour
behind
of that
me.
then, please, thank you.
That's all, thank you.
All right, thank you. Councillor Lewis, we're in the middle of finishing off, thank you. Time's on. Number 19, to agree the recommendation of Property Committee to spend £8,850 plus VAT. Right, Financial Regulation 4.1. Resolved to appoint Neville Godfrey to carry out the curbing work at the edge of the Jubilee Community Centre, as per their quote, to include the patching of the holes in the tarmac as part of the job. Councillor Jordan.
Again, this is obviously something which we've looked at in property. For anyone who don't know exactly what bit it is, it's the curbs around the basketball court up at the JCC, along with the piece that goes between the new road and the existing tarmac, which is quite unsafe, to remove that and tarmac it, and to repair 3 holes, I think it was, within the car park at the same time. You what?
Health and safety.
Well, yeah, that's all a health and safety issue, so yeah, because of the curb and what have you, and it will actually make a footpath for them to walk down onto the football pitches, or onto the grass, whatever you want to call it, so.
Right. Done? Yep.
Yeah.
I'll just add that this will come out of the car park fund that property has. So, can we have a seconder and a proposer, please? Charlie proposed, Councillor Pegg second. All those in favour, please. Thank you.
That's all, thank you.
Lovely, thank you. Number 20 is councillors' questions and to receive suggestions for future agenda items. There'll be no debate, just the questions, please.
Could we have an agenda point about changing the solicitor? As it was brought up that you mentioned the solicitor earlier. That reminded me.
It's going on the governance and finance for referral next week.
And is it coming back to the full council?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
We're just waiting for the charity commission bit.
No, that's a different matter.
Is it? Oh, good. Anybody else? Councillor Rob, did you have?
With public participation, can we allow it at both the... Can we put an agenda item in to modify it so it's at both the start of the meeting and at the end? Because the public should really be permitted to, in my eyes, speak on matters arising during the meeting.
The only problem with that is we're very short time, we wouldn't have time normally. Okay. Any other items anybody would like added? No? Good. 21, to note the date of the next meeting is 23rd September, 7 p.m, Town Hall then. Thank you very much.
2055.